Salutations, spooks, spirits, and specters, and welcome back to more Senran Kagura Burst ReNewal! Hebijo Instruction. So Hibari is changing schools. Perhaps it's a ploy to gather intelligence, but is she ready for that? Yes, I took the time to change Hibari's school outfit from Hanzo to Hebijo, just for continuity's sake.
Hibari より先に外に出ましたけど。
そうか。では先に修行を始めよう。まず多人数相手の実践を行う。不利な状況の切り抜け方を体に覚え込ませるんだ。ひばり、お前からやってみろ。
Because I mean, after all, if she's transferred to Hebijo, she might as well look the part, right?
Hibari, 前忍びます。
任務開始。
Gotta get the action. I can't really see over there. The camera's working against me. Nope, nothing there. I'm moving on. Let's check these boxes, make sure there's nothing in there. Next. Hi.
Hibari wa dekiru ka.
Hibari, 思ったよりやるな。
どうも。
それにしても、はるかは遅いな。何をしているんだ？
心配なの？
当たり前だ。仲間なんだから。
仲間。
ちょっと修行は中断だ。私ははるかの様子を見てくる。
ヘビジョも仲間をすごく大事にしている。本当にヒバリたちと同じなんだ。よくできました。
I know, right? Jeez, there is just so much Hibari action going on. Next mission, because it's not even 10 minutes yet. I look up at the towering castle keep, and it's hard not to feel a crushing sense of intimidation. This is the stronghold of Hebijo Academy.
ヒバリはどこにいる？
I'm brimming over with impatience. The receiver in my ear continues to emit a small beep. I let Mirai go for a reason. I flicked a little plant called a remora flower onto her back. The remora flower is extremely sticky and will cling to almost anything, much like its namesake. It's also remarkable at camouflage, with its color shifting to match whatever it's stuck to. I planted a small tracker on this specific plant, and it's working like a charm. Suddenly, the beeping grows more rapid, which means Mirai is closing in. I immediately conceal myself within the shadow of a tree. Moments later, I see Mirai appear with Homura and two of the others. But there's no sign of Hibari or Haruka. I wait, with bated breath, for them to move on. Since Haruka isn't with them, that must mean she's with Hibari. I'd spotted Haruka and Hibari walking together earlier. Were I at my best, I would have confronted Haruka then and there. But in my current condition, I'd likely not survive the encounter. If not for this injury. I pull the bandages away from my skin. It feels wet and sticky. My hand is stained dark red. My fight with Mirai had caused the wound to reopen. I'll just have to wait until Hibari is alone. I grind my teeth, thinking of how shameless I'd been. I wouldn't have said what I'd said to the others if I'd known how things would turn out. Regret floods my mind. Back at the hospital, shortly after my fight with Mirai. I fit the earpiece into my ear and hear the faint beeping. The beeps are growing farther apart. That means Mirai is moving away from the Shinobi Hospital. If I don't hurry, I'll lose sight of her. As I turn to leave the hospital, the others come in.
Yagyū-chan, 休んでないとダメだよ。
As I survey their faces, I grow exceedingly angry.
なぜひばりを一人で行かせた？
My anger drives them back a step.
それは。
I'd always known Hibari would do something reckless if a situation like this ever arose. If they hadn't left Hibari on her own, Hebijo wouldn't have taken her. They block my way to the door.
どいてくれ。
そんな体でどうするのですか？
Ikaruga's voice is thick with concern, but to me, it only sounds like meddling.
むやみに探してもひばりは見つからないぜ。
Katsuragi's never been very sharp, but she couldn't possibly have thought that was my actual plan.
ひばりちゃんを探すならみんなで探そうよ。だって仲間じゃない。
I snap at Asuka's words.
仲間、仲間、仲間。だったらどうしてひばりを一人にした？
Asuka had no retort. She simply hangs her head.
仲間なんて必要ない。俺は一人でやる。お前たちは邪魔だ。絶対についてくるな。
I push Asuka away.
ヤギュちゃん。
I hear her calling me, but I leave the hospital room without looking back. Thinking on it now, I know I went too far. The blame doesn't rest solely with them. It's my fault that I was wounded to begin with. If I hadn't been hurt, Hibari wouldn't have felt so guilty. That's why I have to do this. I have to save Hibari from Hebijo. I bind a strip of fabric around the wound, pulling it tight. I can't lose any more blood. I grit my teeth and refocus. I'll save her. I swear it. She's irreplaceable. I can't be without her. If I ever lost her, I'm afraid to be alone. Nothing's ever terrified me more than solitude. Ever since that day, ever since I lost my little sister, she was so adorable, and she disappeared right out from under my eyes. Suddenly, and without warning. Lost in my memories of her, I drop my guard. A sword comes slicing down at me. I dodge in the nick of time.
ここで何をしている？
A solitary lesser shinobi stands, blade at the ready. The shinobi whistles for her friends. 10 of them, 20, more of them keep on gathering. If I were at my best, I'd have options. Fight or flee. But I'm not even at half my strength. I toss a bit of special pain-killing grass into my mouth. Bitterness runs across my tongue.
やるしかないか。
I bring up my umbrella and drop into a defensive stance. Fleeing is not an option. I will fight to the death. And if my death gives Hibari the chance to escape, I wish I could apologize to everyone for what I said. I wish I could talk to Hibari one last time. Numerous as my regrets are, I set them aside and focus on my breathing. Once it's at the pace I need, I kick my right leg out. I slash, slash, and slash again. I stay on the move, never in one place long enough for my foes to draw a bead on me. So many enemies stand against me, yet one by one I whittle down their numbers. In my current condition, however, such tactics are risky. The more violent my movements, the wider my wound opens. I feel myself growing faint from the blood loss. Even so, I continue to wield my umbrella until the very last possible moment. When my vision blurs, I won't be beaten. Hibari, I have to rescue her. I can't give up. My knee hits the ground. I've finally reached the end of my strength. The lesser shinobi move to surround me. It's over. This is it. I close my eyes and accept the inevitable. An image of Hibari floats in the back of my mind. It was raining that day. On my way to Hanzo Academy entrance ceremony, I looked out at the schoolyard and saw a girl playing with no umbrella. That was Hibari. She was stomping around in the puddles with rain boots on, laughing merrily. To my surprise, I found myself transfixed. She reminded me so much of my sister. No, it wasn't that she looked like her, but for a split second, I truly believed my sister had come back. She hadn't, obviously. My sister can never come back. She didn't survive the traffic accident. Hibari noticed my presence and ran over to me, smiling. I didn't know what to say, so I just hemmed and hawed for a moment. She took my hand and started to run. Even now, I still remember the warmth of her touch. I hear the sound of a sword striking a kunai. I open my eyes, and there I see Asuka, Ikaruga, and Katsuragi. All of the lesser shinobi have been neatly dispatched. Asuka gives an innocent smile. Ikaruga approaches and tends to my injuries. Katsuragi looks as carefree as ever. They exchange looks back and forth. Asuka's words lay it out, plain to see. I'd effectively rejected our friendship, and yet here they are, telling me that. I can't hold a candle to her. I can't compete with someone that pure of spirit. But maybe that means she can save me from my own stubbornness. I tell her what I know, and she tells me she's going to rescue Hibari alone. One person can infiltrate the castle keep more easily than 3 or 4. As she departs for the keep, I speak softly to her steadily shrinking back. Almost as though she could hear my voice, she quickly looks back at me and gives me a thumbs up.
どこも見張りの数がすごい。私たちとは忍び学校の規模が違う。ひばりちゃんの居場所は柳生ちゃんから大体聞いてるけど、戦闘なしで侵入するのはさすがに無理みたいね。でも今ならホムラちゃんたちもいない。よし行くしかない。仲間を返してもらいに来ました。皆さん道を開けてください。
Hibari's location.
アスカ、舞い忍びます。任務開始。よーし行くぞ。
I remember this map.
だね。
So many of these maps I actually remember their Senran Kagura Shinobi versus variations. 'Is there anything over here? No. Maybe? No. Yeah, there's nothing over here. Got it. Thank you. Secrets? Secrets? Okay, maybe no secrets. Oh, okay, you can actually walk on the... Okay, got it. I'm used to so many other games where that's just like, game over. Yeah, I can do that. Inside! It's just like your dream, Asuka! Do you remember?
一気に片付ける。そこだ。逃がした。100連戦突破。見た。一気に片付ける。進めだよ。やった。一気に片付ける。これでどうだ。そこだ。つれ。くらえ。そこだ。そこだ。くらえ。逃がした。くらえ。逃がした。そこだ。逃がした。逃がした。そこだ。任務達成。よし、大したことなかったね。ひばりちゃん。アスカちゃん、どうしてここに？決まってるじゃない。ひばりちゃんを助けに来たんだよ。私を助けに？あんなひどい失敗をしたのに？失敗なんて関係ない。仲間を助けるのは当然だよ。仲間。超秘伝民法書のことなら私たちが何とかする。だから元気出して。どうしたの？何か気になることがあるの？なんでもないから。それじゃあ行こう。みんなと合流してここから脱出しよう。
And thus, Hibari was rescued? Alright, and with that, I shall end it here. So thank you all very much for watching, and ciao for now. Ciao for now.